think I got sunburn. I know I got sunburn. My face and my forehead feel like someone been rubbing it on the rug, wheelbarrow style.
That's funny. Oh, I mean, although I know the science of how sunburn works, it is funny that yeah, you wait until fall until we get a nice week of this cool to cold ass fall weather to catch a sunburn. Like meanwhile, you was out doing some construction work at your house while of the heat wave, and now you get sunburned.
I got sunburn that day too.
No, okay.
Yeah, I got burnt up that day.
No shit. You better stop believing in myths and get some SPF,
I
motherfucker.
did. I certainly did. I asked my mom, "Shit, do you want some sunburn?" I was like, "Yes." I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. So I got burnt up yesterday.
Damn.
That's the only thing about working at the farm. You be standing out in the sun all day. I try to get in the shade as much as possible. Sometimes you can't.
Yep. You need to turn and hit the Android 13 on that. Get yourself a trucker hat.
I'm the fucking. I swear to God, I am the fucking Undertaker of the farm.
There you go.
Every season, I'm like, I think this might be my last season. And then at the end of the season, I think I got one more left in me.
Yeah, man, that's a line I've been hearing. Shit, at least 4 years.
I think I got one more in me.
Every time it's been, last year for the past 5 years.
Should have retired my ass from the ring a long time ago. I'm still sitting here. I think I got one more left in me.
I mean, shit, it ain't tragic, and it's easy money because you have a mastery of what you're doing. Not only in doing the work, but avoiding becoming a shot caller. Like, not only do I master my position, I'm going to master staying in my goddamn position.
I think I got one more in me.
Yeah, you got one more in you.
Hip don't work. Knees don't work. I think I got one more in me. I love that man now.
Just gonna need some gel soles to put in your boots. That's it.
I love that man now. Wrestling wouldn't be wrestling if it wasn't for the Undertaker.
Yep. That is the ultimate. Got one more in me? No, you don't. Bad enough. Well, it was supposed to be your last match. Your ass came in and looked like you were drunk and they found you on the beach this morning. Oh, red, not moving. I was like,
drunk and found you on the beach.
Look like they grabbed your deck, pulled his ass out of the water.
Welcome to the cocktail hour, folks. This wasn't supposed to be the first episode. But, yeah, we're just shooting the shit right now. Oh, speaking of which, I think I need a drink. I think I need a drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's how we open this? By leaving? Excellent. Way to set a standard. And this is what happens when your host has ADD. AKA, I think I have AD. Ooh, a butterfly.
No, I'm not going to use this. Well, maybe I'll use it. Maybe I'll put pilot.
I mean, I mean, you, I mean, you could. Although, I had jokes on you, but keep the banter.
Maybe I will air this. Maybe I'll just air it as pilot. I'll air it as pilot, not a full actual episode. Just a
Maybe
test
she make half
episode.
these. Maybe she make half these decisions before you start recording.
But then it's not
How
real.
about that?
But then it's not real.
It is real. There's real people, real equipment, broadcast on the real net. Everything's real. There's a difference between real and unprofessional. And now, if you're going for that rusted, unprofessional, in the basement, then yeah, sure, keep a little dinch to toughen it up. But sheesh,
I'm more
level with
concerned
me,
about
man.
whether or not there's
Level
going to be
with me.
feedback from the phone. Because I have you on speakerphone right now. We're doing old
Cool.
school college radio here, so this is the test
Yeah,
to see if there's going to be feedback.
yeah, amazing what you can do with a couple of safety pins, bobby pins, bubble gum, and a toaster.
All right, there, MacGyver.
Hey, you're putting this together, not me. I'm just running down the shopping list.
Oh, man. I think I really do need to take some aspirin. My calf is killing me. It's the uneven rocks at the farm, man. It's those uneven rocks.
I'm telling you, what kind of insoles you got in your boots, homie?
I don't think I put insoles in those. Those were the combat
Well,
boots, so I
that's
think they
mistake.
already.
Well,
No, I
that's
think they came with
mistake number
insoles in
one
them.
through five.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those
You have
came.
no insoles in boots on like an uneven rocky pavement. And the answer, any questions on why your legs hurt? Come on, man.
Yeah, I think those came insulated though with cushions in them already. Like good cushions,
No,
not the crappy cushions you get in your shoes and you got to go buy other ones anyway.
no, you gotta upgrade that noise.
I actually just need new boots. Those are
Well,
the ones
maybe
I
that
fell
too,
in.
but the insoles are cheaper than whole boots. But hey, whatever you want to do. You're going to Vegas. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes, literally.
Oh, I finally got my boots fixed. The other ones that I couldn't do because of COVID.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I had to get
Making
the
no
heels
sense.
replaced. And I was just about to go and do that, and then they shut everything down. Like literally, the day I was gonna go do that, that Friday, they shut everything down.
Well, put it this way: if you were to win that Thursday, unless it was a one-day pickup,
I had to
they
work.
would have been locked in there.
Oh,
Same
that's true.
difference.
That's true. So yeah, I finally got those fixed. Which is why my combat boots are now worn out because I had to wear them the entire year instead of just for the winter. So now I gotta get new combat boots.
Well, re-enlist.
My whiskey's good.
But yeah, man, that's all right. Like I said, I have my own share of first world problems. Grounded in the house due to laziness. Like both elevators don't work. I got shopping to do. That means I'm trudging up flights and flights of stairs in a narrow staircase with bags. No, sir, I don't like it.
I don't blame you. Although I might like want to do that for fun. Just because. I don't know why I do things most people don't find for fun. Yeah, I want to build a wall for fun.
Well, that's because all the Fortnite and 7 days to die. It's influences, man. It's fun when you're doing the video game, and all you gotta do is do some clicks and maybe take some time on a mobile game. Like, okay, yeah, do this. I'll come back in 2 hours and it'll be done. Kind of different when you're lugging the materials around and actually building a wall.
But it'd be fun. It'd be fun to do. And then when you're
It
done, you
won't
can
be-
sit there and feel like you accomplished something.
Well, the feeling of accomplishment, I get. Fun? Mm, I would actually say depending on the company and the reasoning. I mean, I could build a wall at work, but coworkers, I'm like, I better give me a, let me get a hand-picked few.
Yeah, I know. I gotta I'm actually gotta do something for the client when I
No.
get back. I gotta refix the wall that the firemen tore up for no fire. So I was like, yeah, I can fix that. I was like, yeah. So I'm probably gonna do that when I get back.
Well, I mean, you are that person. You did make your own homemade collapsible bed frame.
Yes, I did. I still have that. It's in storage. Maybe one day I'll
Well,
paint it.
yep. I was like, okay. I was like, that's what you're doing? Like, no, you can get adjustable bed frame kind of on the cheap. Like, nope.
Not as cheap as
And
that. I think that cost me $60.
yeah, I definitely found adjustable bed frames cheaper than $60.
Wood or metal?
Huh?
Wood or metal?
But the middle still can get one probably cheaper than that. But like I said, I'll leave you to your devices because I mean, you know, and while that and it, that and yours once again was super collapsible and made in like two parts. So I'm like, that's different.
Well, yeah. You went in with lightweight when you move it. I made that thing thick too. I used like 2x4s.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I made that thing thick too. I made sure that thing wasn't gonna break. That was why I did it in the first place too, because the other ones broke. The middle ones, they were garbage.
Yeah. More than satisfied with my $20 bed frame.
Yeah, that thing it just broke. So I was like, I need a new bed frame. I think the wheels had collapsed under it.
Yep. And and unfortunately, however you want to look at it, you don't keep junk books around, so actually read. So, well, what you got books in your house for? In
Hold up
case
the
the
bed.
table's uneven. Have you read that book? No, it ain't got no pictures.
Speaking of which, I need to get back to reading that Black Widow book. I got through the first chapter and it was pretty good. But then I just started doing some other stuff.
Which one? The one I got you for Christmas?
Yeah, I think I had nothing to watch on TV and I had no games to play, so I started reading it.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I gotta get back to that.
All one chapter of it. Hey, just in randomness, because I know you watched the original Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No, I did not.
What?
I started to watch it and it was just too goofy and I turned it off and never went back. I know it gets serious later on, but it was just like overly goofy for too many episodes for me. I watched more than 3.
Well, see, well, one, heathen. I mean, it got rave reviews, so it's up to someone of your ilk to stick it out and actually see if all the hype's about. The hell you bother reviewing stuff if you ain't gonna watch something the top notch. But
Because I wasn't planning on reviewing it, and I know it's good. I just couldn't get past the goofiness to begin with, and I didn't know what episode to go to where it started being good, and I also didn't want to miss important information. So it was like, I can't take this. I just want to know the information for later, and it's all this goofiness going on, and it's too much for me.
yeah, and of course, see,
I'm used to.
you're missing the elephant in the room.
I'm,
You,
no, what
and
it
you
is.
also
what it is I'm used
Mm-hmm.
to real animes, and yeah, they start out goofy, but it's really quick goofiness, and then it gets to serious, and then it is goofy, and then it is serious. So you got breaks in between the goofiness and the serious stuff. This was just goofy, 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 goofy. Goofy. I'm like, when is it gonna get serious? I can't take all the goofiness in a row.
It it doesn't take long because the goofiness in at least in the first series after because once again you're also dealing with children, but but yeah when it gets real, and then you get either a joke here or there or a more lighthearted episode to break up many of the serious narratives that go on. But eesh, but that means you definitely missed where I was going with that one, and to inquire if you've seen the second one, The Legend of Korra. But oh well,
Yeah,
I would have to take
yeah,
that as a definite no.
yeah. I saw it. Yeah, it's a no. I saw it, and I was like, oh wow. I was like, if I wish I'd finished Avatar so I can watch this. I got us in Avatar. I got as far as when he got back home and found out everyone was dead. That's as far as I got.
Oh, so you got to the part where things got serious, like like that's it. Like that's where it starts. That's where the weight of the whole story starts to fall on his shoulders.
Well, yeah, that's as far as I got, and then I started watching something else.
Yeah, some anime, because well,
Probably,
yeah.
probably, probably, because I think
Guys,
that's why I started to watch that because I was looking for something to watch that was anime and I couldn't find one. So I was like, I'll watch this, and then I don't know, maybe I started watching Super or something. I don't know.
yeah, but but yeah, see, you messed that up. You'd actually be okay jumping right back in where you left off, because yeah, that's where the actual meat of the story begins to unfold. Well, at least the major premise.
Yeah, and by that episode, I pretty much already checked out. So I remember bits and pieces of it.
Well, there ain't much to keep quite before then, because you kind of, if you know his name and you know he's the last airbender, and if you know how he ended up frozen, then you know everything important story-wise, narratively, you need to know before he gets home. But whatevs.
Oh well, I'll get. I guess I'll get to it eventually.
Nah,
Right now,
that,
I'm still doing Black Clover, and
yeah, you will when M Night steals the rights to make a second Last Airbender.
I think everyone knows that's a lost cause. That is a
Uh,
lost cause.
hey. Listen,
At this
we
point,
got
I think even
listen,
a reboot is a lost cause.
listen. We got pandemics. We got states with orange skies. Man, listen. I'm bringing
I
aliens,
guarantee you,
zombies, robot zombie aliens. I'm
I
whatever.
I guarantee you, there will be another remake Dragon Ball live action before there is another Airbender movie, and not the James Cameron Avatar movie either. Guarantee you, another live
I will.
action Dragon Ball movie in
I
theaters
will.
before Last Airbender gets another live action movie.
I will not take you up on that bet because guess what? The only thing I know is that Hollywood is fainting that they're out of ideas, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, if you want to up the ante, I will accept whatever terms, but I will also put the caveat that there'll probably be a cultural appropriation to the casting.
Definitely will.
Because unlike you, Mr. Vegas, I am not a gambling man.
Definitely will. Oh, oh, that definitely will. I just found out A Train from the Boys is originally white. And the reason I know that is because I got a commercial for a app game that was using the comic book versions of the characters in it. I was like, it said A Train. I'm like, what? Because I never read the comic. I saw those pictures. I was like, what? A Train? Like, he looks like Barry Allen.
It's about, excuse me, Mr. Editor. I think you got something wrong here. Like, no, you do. My bad.
Oh. Yep. Cultural casting. Thanks, PC World.
Listen, there's some ways to do that with a nickel's worth of taste. I'm not going to sit here and doubt the PC world, because guess what? If you go too far to either extreme, you went too far at the end of the day.
they, I don't know if this is true. This is what I was told, but they apparently the people were protesting Mulan because it was a shot in an area where in China where the people aren't treated very nice. So they want people to protest watching the movie.
Don't know, and I mean that could be a thing if they, because the Disney marketing machine is of course going to just slaughter at the bank. So if they don't do as much to contribute to the community or cast any locals as extras, it is kind of a slight to move a major production into an impoverished area and then kind of leave and don't do nothing about all the people affected in it. I think it's kind of thumbing your nose up unneededly. On the other hand,
but
at the end of the day, all they're doing is asking people not to watch it, which would still only kill any opening views, because Lord knows if you don't watch it on whatever streaming service, you'll end up going to get the DVD Blu-ray later. So it's not like someone's not going to see it.
But if that's the case, you might as well give up everything, because pretty much everything we have comes from somewhere where the people aren't treated very nice by their country. You want to better stop driving your car, because guess where we get our oil from?
And you're ignoring the caveat about the production company not doing nothing with the people, kind of like the New York, kind of like the Queen's Amazon deal. That fell through because all they did was talk about, bringing X no amount of six-figure jobs to New York, but yet after, they agreed on 10 years worth of tax breaks, if not more, and all they said was, kick over a little to the local community. Oh yeah, you say you're going to hire local people? How many jobs are you guaranteeing? And Amazon got up and left. Because guess what? There was no guarantees. Everyone who missed out on those jobs on the West Coast, we're going to move over here and take those jobs. Which means, yep, you move all that good stuff in, and we're not going to get it. So, yeah, it's the same premise.
But I'm saying if you're going to boycott that, you might as well boycott everything and just go back living in a grass hut. I mean, where do you think we get our oil from? They don't treat their people nice over there. Iraq, Saudi Arabia, they don't treat their people nice. Get most of our stuff from China. We already know they don't treat their people nice there. Like, sometimes you just gotta be like, not this politically correct, and then it's just going over the line. Because you're talking all that mess, but you don't want to give a bunch of other stuff up. Just this one thing. It's just one thing. You don't want to do all the other ones because you know that affects your livelihood. But that one thing over there that doesn't affect you really, yeah, that one we want to boycott.
Yep. Yep. They're boycotting in their comfort level.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like
I can get away with boycotting Nikes. The bad part is all the Nikes I bought are already purchased, so you ain't gonna see me cutting up my Nike sneakers that I own. That just means, guess what? I'm not gonna buy any more of them, and that's okay. I haven't bought a pair of new Nikes in years.
I mean, like, now, if the production company went over there and treated those people like shit, yeah. Okay? Yeah, that's a different story. But just because they filmed in that area where their own people treat them badly, like, are you kidding me? Come on.
Well, and quite personally, it is something to be said. I mean, while we're talking about film and culture, let's talk about a little bit of culture in general. At the end of the day, just thinking broadly here, just thinking out loud, just airing out a brain fart. Who we need to be going up in other countries and talking about, you know, civil liberty rights and right to life. That's our rules and regulations. That's how we run our country. That's like someone coming up in your house and like, take your shoes off. I ain't taking my shoes off. I never take my shoes off in my house. That's nice. You're in my house. Take your shoes off. It's the same kind of thing. Who would kind of globe trot and tell everyone else how to run their wagons?
True. But you know what the problem is? You know what the problem is?
There's a number of them. That's why I said it's just a brain fart.
Yeah, I'm like, for some places, yeah, we shouldn't be. The problem is, for some other countries, they're asking for us to come over there, but then they want us to do it their way, but they're begging us to come over there like we don't want to get involved in your problems. You have to help us. You USA, you must help. You have to come. Okay, we come over there. This is how you do it. But no, you can't do it that way. You have to. How are you gonna tell me how to help you? I didn't want to be here.
Easily, they know what they need. That's like if you ask me over to help build your wall. Well, guess what? I believe you're going to give me instructions on how you want your wall built. I'm here just for an extra set of hands.
But I'm not going to tell you how to hammer in the nail. I'm not going to tell you how to hold the piece of wood onto the wall while you're hammering the nail. That's the difference. That's the difference. Yes, you can tell me yes, you can say, why am I yelling? Yes, you can say,
why are you yelling?
You know why? Because when we have these conversations on the farm, we're outside and we have to yell over everything that's going on around us. And I just came from there.
Either that or your old man tinnitus is acting up.
But yeah, you know, that's the difference. Like for some countries, what you're saying is absolutely correct. We shouldn't be going. They're not asking for us to come there. We're just trying to get over there and tell them how to. Yeah, but a lot of the countries, we don't want to get involved, and they come and say you have to help us. You're the USA, like we're the worldly police or something. And then we're like, all right, finally, we're like, okay, we'll come help you. Then you want to tell us exactly how to help. It's like, you can't have it both ways.
Well, technically, on the international stage, we do globetrot, and we do our cultural meddling in affairs as acting as the world police.
I didn't say we were, but...
Wait.
I mean, weren't. As I said. I said in some countries, yes, we do that, which is, we shouldn't. You're absolutely right.
I know, and I'm getting...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We lost him there for a second. He moved in a spot that he shouldn't have moved in. And I have no... Oh, wait. How long have we been...
And then he hangs up on me. Oh, my goodness. Look at him. Sorry,
Oh.
USA.
This actually went. I think this went exactly an hour.
Can we talk now?
Okay, what was you
Okay,
saying before you moved in a spot you shouldn't have moved in?
You didn't move anywhere. You banged on me. You was like, what? You called me a pinko and everything.
Get out of here. Everybody's voice is heard here.
I saying gonna reduce strut around like that, and in majority, at least in recent times, it's hard to actually, nail a actual humanitarian effort. We went anywhere else to do where we were that kind of invited. And once again, like I said, in recent times. But boycotting is free speech, and to me, up to the individual or group, however that goes. Because guess what? It's your right not to buy something, and if you think some company did something so egregious that it should spawn that, by all means, put them on blast. Lord knows if it doesn't come up in your Facebook feed or your YouTube feed, you ain't gonna know about it.
That's true. I don't
So,
know. I don't know
so
what
by
to
all-
deal with that.
so
And even
by
if
all
it does come up in there, half the time, try like 85% of the time, you're not going to get the accurate information anyway. Because it's somebody who just took a clip of something that they saw without actually taking the entire information. Or, in some cases, reading something and putting their opinion on it without actually putting what they actually read.
Well, and that's where it takes a little bit of click journalism. It's something to care that much about. It should be easy enough to get the source, or you Google the story and you get a list of sources. And I think everyone should have their kind of site sources.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with these young kids today. They don't want to look nothing up. They just look at whatever's on their Instagram or their Twitter, and if that's what it says, it must be true.
Young kids, have you seen the Trump rally?
No, those people don't have Twitter or Instagram. They just look at the news.
Okay, I call BS. 4 or 5 on that Twitter, way more.
4 or 5, yeah, that's Twitter. Right?
So if they keeping up to date, they got Twitter.
No, what they do is they watch the news, and the news talks about what's on Twitter. That's how they get their information. They're listening to the news. The news is saying what the Twitter's saying, and then they hear it on the news.
Right. Well, actually, they got Facebook anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, those people don't have Facebook either. They're stuck on MySpace. I'm telling you, they have to watch it on the news. What they do is they watch the news, and the news tells you, and this happened, this so-and-so, and President Trump said on Twitter today, and that's how they find out what's on Twitter. What? He keeps moving in a terrible spot. It cuts right off.
Sorry about that.
You keep moving in terrible spots.
No, that one was actually me hitting the button trying to hang up another call. These fans, man. It's a pilot episode, and they're already trying to be on the show.
I hope there's no feedback from the phone to the microphone, because this is actually some good stuff. And this isn't even like a real episode. This is just a pilot.
Yes, it is a real episode.
No, pilots are never real episodes. I don't know. I don't care if they put them on the DVD sets as episode 1 pilot. No. Pilots are not real episodes. Pilots are shown in a small group, and that's it. And then that's it. They show up and it's pilot. And then the next episode is episode 1 or episode 2 if you like. But you can put episode 2. You can put pilot. You can't put episode 1 pilot. Especially since most of the pilot people, most of the cast and the pilot end up getting fired anyway and replaced. No. Just call it a pilot. Episode 1 pilot. I wish I could find out what TV show was the first one to put that up there. Because it used to do. It used to say pilot. It'd be pilot episode, and then you have episode 1. And sometimes they say pilot episode, and you have episode 2, which was rare. But most of the time, it would say pilot episode, and then it would have episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and after that. All of a sudden, one show just decided to put episode 1 pilot. Like he knew this was going to get aired. And that was what the pilot was for. It was to see if it would get aired. And then they usually would do episode 1 over with a new cast and better production. Episode 1 pilot. I hate that so much.
That is an interesting pet peeve, sir.
They're not the same.
Lay down on the couch and tell me where this all began.
They're not the same. It's so annoying.
I see. Would you like to go deeper than that?
No, I'm done. I don't even know how I got on that. Welcome to the cocktail hour, folks. By the way, you still haven't introduced yourself. I haven't introduced myself, have I? Hello, I am your host, Tahila Rocco, a.k.a. Don Perignon, a.k.a. The Doctor, a.k.a. Fish, a.k.a. Logan, a.k.a. whatever other names I've gone through throughout the years.
Jeez, Logan too now? So,
that was my high school name.
Alright.
Listen, when you regenerate as much as I do, you get a plethora of names. You can't just keep the same one.
Yeah. The other guy. The other disembodied voice that's sitting here talking.
Yeah.
That's right now, half in, half out, but yeah.
Him, Adam Warlock, him, before he became Adam Warlock. Oh my God, it's him! Who? It's him! Who's him? Him off there, kicking their asses!
Not to be confused with him from Powerpuff Girls. Definitely not. It would be hard to do with lobster claws.
I don't know why, but when I read that, that was the funniest thing I'd ever read. And it was on the first series of the Marvel trading cards. It had the little trivia in the back, and it said before Adam Warlock got his name, everyone referred to him as him.
I am he who is him who is I am. What?
I don't know why. That just made me laugh so much. I just pictured a bunch of scared people running around talking about it's him. He's here.
And that's when they played the Undertaker's music. He's coming. He's here.
I forgot he used to have that on there. I forgot. That was. You know what? I think I gotta go figure out when they started that. Cause he disappeared. Cause Undertaker's disappeared so many times. It's hard to remember what happened when he came back. I think that when they started that was during the Underfaker thing. I think. They had the two Undertakers. I think that was when they started the he's coming, he's here. But I'd have to go. I have to go. My brother would probably know better than I would. And if he doesn't know, then I have to go through way looking back up. I get how you can find. I can find out. I can YouTube all Undertaker's Titantrons, and I'll have them up there, and then I'll know exactly when they started it, why he disappeared, and how they started that. But yeah, I forgot all about that.
And it's fun when I can just pull some random thing and just get you going.
He's coming. He's coming. He's here.
I mean, when it comes to that, time to time, I go and see Dwayne the Rock Johnson at some of his best and most electrifying, and still sit there and just nod my head and like, yeah, no, nobody got mic work like him since makes me the nostalgia from when I used to watch wrestling. Retired that.
Sorry, I was eating my quesadilla.
Hmm?
Oh, sorry, yeah, I was eating my quesadilla that I got when I was at the farm. Oh my God. There's a taco truck at Queens County Farm.
Mm-hmm.
They have is the best taco truck out. It's called East Coast Street Taco Foods. I have not had a taco as good as that. I didn't understand why people liked guacamole because I hate guacamole. I hate guacamole. So
I'm not gonna ask why. Just gonna let you continue.
I just don't like the taste. I just don't like the taste. I don't know what it is about the taste. I just don't like it.
Okay.
Anybody who knows me knows I don't like guacamole. Like I hate when I go out. I hate when we go out with my girlfriend and she orders food that has guacamole on it because she forgets I don't like guacamole. And I'm looking at her like seriously, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." She scrapes the guacamole off my food because she's the one who ordered that shit. So yeah, she got to scrape it off. If I ordered a bunch of relish on her shit, although I never would because I know what she doesn't like and don't forget. But if I did, I'd have brain fart or I hate that fucking clock. But anyway, yeah, if I like a brain fart or something and just automatically order a bunch of I'd wipe that off her food. That's how it works. That's called a healthy relationship. That's how grown people act. So yeah, she wipes off whatever. So yeah, I hate guacamole.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a taco from Ruben's, from the hand truck, because the guy who does it, his name is Ruben. I know he's a cool dude, right? So I got it from him, and they put guacamole on it, and I was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna eat it anyway. And I got it. They put the right amount on there that I didn't hate it, and it made the entire taco come together. It was the best taco I have ever had in my life.
Because you have the right amount of guacamole.
Yeah, they put the right amount on there because I was like and I saw it wasn't globs on there. I saw it was on there. And I was like, okay, it's not that much, whatever, I was like, yeah, I'll eat it on there anyway. It was just the right amount to make the whole thing come together. I was like, oh my God, I get it. I finally understand why people put guacamole on tacos. And this taco first of all, it was bigger than I normally get at a street taco. Just a little bit. The quesadilla is way bigger than the quesadillas I normally get, and that's good too. But that taco was like the best taco I've had. Actually, it's the best taco I've ever had. It really is the best taco I ever had because after I ate it, I wanted some more, and I'm still thinking about it today because I was yesterday. I'm still thinking about it today. And I'm still thinking about that taco. Like I got quesadilla today, but next time I think I'm going to get the tacos again because those tacos were the best. Anyway,
And you gonna,
the
and
name
you
of
gonna leave a
the
tip
name of the
and a
truck
love
is
letter?
the East Coast Street Foods, and right now it's at Green Meadows Farm Museum up on Little Neck Parkway. So if you happen to be in the tri-state area, just head on down. I don't know the address. I just know how to get there because I work there. I'm sure
And I
if you
look at the taco truck.
if you go if you go on Google and just put in the Queens County Farm Museum, you get the address and everything. Yeah, they're having a special event. The taco, Ruben is going to be there. The street taco thing is going to be there the entire month of October, I believe he said. Because I asked if he's going to be here the whole month. So I think he's going to be there the whole month. So yeah, and the animals are there. You know, the farm is open. All our animals had they got the vaccine for COVID, so all the animals are COVID free. You can come and see the animals over at Queens County Farm Museum. But you come to Queens, you ain't hear this from me. But the only reason you're really coming here is to get these tacos because they're really good.
I'm
And
not sponsored.
and and you can follow them on I think it was East Coast Streets Tacos. East Coast Street Tacos on Instagram. I just started following him today. Yeah, he's on East Coast Street Tacos. I can't say that 5 times fast, so I'll say it again slow. East Coast Street Tacos on Instagram. And you can check out his website at www.eastcoaststreettacos.com. It's called East Coast Street Foods because he does other stuff like tacos, burritos, quesadillas, and more. I gotta try the churros.
And I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna be a grown adult
Yesterday,
and not say the joke that is really on the tip of my tongue because that's highly inappropriate. And you're plugging the place you like, so therefore I'll refrain from my humor.
say what you was gonna say.
Tell you off the air. But anyway,
I don't know why you want to just say what you're gonna say.
go suspense, my boy. Wallow in it.
We don't like suspense around here.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you actually, found your lovable guac in your life-affirming taco. And guess what? I think I'll have to roll through and meet you at the job. So I too may have an East Coast street taco.
This quesadilla is the bomb right now. No, I'm serious. The food is really good.
Well,
As much as I'm loving this quesadilla, that taco was even better.
Well,
He didn't have a steak taco. Every time I go over there, you got steak. No, I don't want steak today. I'm like, oh, I just got pork. I always get there. I guess I get there too late because I have to go after I do all the other stuff I gotta do over there. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of like the bakery off Canal Street where I get the pork buns. And if I wait too late, they're gone. And I love the fact that they don't believe in wasting food. They're like, no, we only make that snow amount for a day. We sell out the day's supply. Day's supply gone. Although when I do go there, I don't play about that life. I'm like, give me the box of 20. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm well versed enough to know that what you got here in the counter ain't everything. Give me the 20 box, please. Thank you. You think I'm trying to run up on this thing every day? That's not feasible. I'm here now. I'm going to get my winnings.
Oh. I'm full now. I said I'm full now. I think I'm gonna give me another drink. I might play some more Avengers for the night. Which means by the time this podcast airs, I would have already played Avengers.
Ta-da!
You'll probably get to see that before you hear this. But anyway, I think it's been an hour. This is the cocktail hour, maybe a little less. Well, next time I think I'm gonna have something besides whiskey. Maybe I'll make a margarita next time.
You know what? Well, actually, you're driving this show on your actual name instead of doing it under your doctor name. Like, and patient.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm maybe I should have a margarita next time. Oh, you know what I haven't had in a long time? I think I'll have a mojito next time. I haven't had a mojito in a while. And next time we'll talk about the new Mulan. We'll talk about The Boys. I really kind of want to talk about that because I'm pretty sure a lot of people felt the way I felt in the beginning and probably dropped off.
Well, that's going to be interesting because guess what? I did a great job of not seeing those. So,
I know. I had a feeling you hadn't seen them. I had a feeling you hadn't watched The Boys. Oh, I have because. Wait, why didn't you watch The Boys? You have Amazon Prime.
No, I don't.
You just got regular Amazon. I thought you always had. I thought you had Amazon Prime. Oh.
No, sir.
Oh, you got a regular Amazon.
Huh?
He said, eh?
Netflix, get it right. and I only got through episode 2 of Transform that remake Transformers thing. So
Transformers. Is it called War of Cybertron? It is, isn't it? It's named after the game.
It's Cybertron Wars, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's named after that game. I finished that. It wasn't bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, granted I'm only 2 episodes in, but so far so good. But I did see Cobra Kai, and it made me feel so much better about my life. I'm not Johnny. That is my new mantra. I'm not Johnny. After that day, I'm not Johnny.
Oh, that's good, Cobra Kai.
You want to talk about sympathetic quote unquote villain? Yeah, I'm not Johnny.
Oh yeah, Cobra Kai. That's pretty good too. That's pretty good. Not what I expected, but it was actually really, really good.
I mean, the whole premise was ridiculous, but I could wax poetic on that. So I'll be doing a lot less listening to you covering your topics, and I could chime in on some Cobra Kai and just be like, yeah, it's the karate soap opera.
This is a karate soap opera.
Listen, love triangles, people back from the dead. Come on, you got the elements.
That is true. What was it? Oh, I was gonna say about what's the name? I was kind of confused though with the War of Cybertron because I couldn't figure out if this was a prequel to the original or that this was an original story because it kind of had elements of both. It took me a while to figure out.
It is splashed together because if anyone is that 80s baby, like, you've got to know that both sides, all the Transformers, when on Cybertron, had different forms. And when they crash landed on Earth, like, their bases scanned local vehicles for their shapes that altered the way their humanoid forms looked. So I'm like, the fact of, Optimus on Cybertron is a truck. And I'm like, and Bumblebee's not part of the squad yet. I'm like, wait a minute, this is before y'all got to Earth.
Well, yeah,
you already look like a truck. That's an Earth truck that you haven't seen since you're on Cybertron. Hold up. I just go with it.
And it's not even that. It's elements in the story makes it seem like one or the other at times. He's trying to figure out what, but it is an original story. It's like it's pretty much a reboot.
I mean, it's a splash together story that quite personally, I'm like, I'm okay with. I mean,
Yeah, no,
granted,
it's good. It just took me a while to figure out whether it was a
yeah,
prequel or just
and
a
the thing,
original story.
and the thing about it is, they would have merely had to just hunt for the designs of the Transformers in their original forms to at least clear up time wise as a site perspective. Because once again, anyone who knows that Optimus did not look like a tractor trailer before arriving to Earth. So,
Yeah.
like, is this after? And is this supposed to be like around like Transformers the movie esque when they all got back to Cybertron and was actually fighting on Cybertron? I'm like, if so, Bumblebee's been an Autobot since. So I'm like, yeah, it plays with that, and that's why I just kind of ignore it and just try to invest in the story.
Yeah, it's
It's
an original story.
Will throw me out the story.
Yeah.
And the story's good, so I just want to be in it.
Yeah, it's an original story, so it's just basically a reboot, a new interpretation, and it's good. It's really really good. Once I figured that out, I was like, okay, I can go along with this because now I know where we're going. Original story, here we go, reboot. All right. Just took me a while to figure it out because I was very confused at first. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here.
And also Jetfire being part of the main cast and being on the Decepticons, I'm like, but Jetfire crash landed and was like frozen in the Arctic and was found like later when they'd been battling on Earth, and and he was a Decepticon because either the Decepticons found him or the Autobots found him, but then lost the battle over him. or something to that effect.
It was the other way around because Starscream and him were scientists, and that's how he ended up frozen. And then he remembered Starscream, so he was like, "Oh yeah, what's that?" And he found out Starscream turned evil, and he's like, "Oh, I'm an Autobot now."
But because he was a scientist and not a warrior. But because they was like, "Oh, look how big he is."
Yeah.
He has to be a warrior. He's like, "I don't like fighting." He woke up. He said, "What?" He said, "Where am I? What year is this?" Starfire, you don't remember? I was frozen today.
That's a great joke. I don't think that'll ever die.
Well, that's why I had to do it because you like that one.
I don't think that'll ever die.
But like I said, if I try to think out timeline and where it would fit, like no, that would throw me completely off it. And for me, I'm just like, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna go chill. Wheeljack look like a stock car. They never seen a stock car before, but we'll do it. Just gonna roll with it. Although it's
next time we do this, that clock is going in the garbage. Okay, maybe not the garbage. It'll go in the closet.
It's going to serve for comedic timing. Leave it there.
No,
like a tether
it's going to
cat.
go in the closet. Next time we do this, that clock is going in the closet because I can't take that. I hate that thing so much. And no, it's not mine, and I can't get rid of it.
Sure. I think actually one of the more jarring things is Starscream's Armada looks like the Earth Common Day fighter jets, but they did transform to the 3D.
Yeah, I noticed that too, and I
was like,
I noticed that too, and I just let it go. I just let it go. I'm like, what the? I was like, okay, you know what? Just let it go.
Yeah, jarring. I'm just like, all right, same story. Forget it. You recognize the design. We'll call it fan service. I'm good. I'm nerdy enough to get it. Got you.
I was just like, what? Well, I just let it go. Although it seems to be a lot more of them jets flying around than it was in the original story. Every time I think, like, I be thinking, like, one person's dead. I was like, oh, that's not him. That's someone else. Who was that guy? Because I remember there was a blue one, purple one, a red one, and Starscream.
No, you forgot. Wow, you forgot Ramjet. You forgot the white one. He came out with Dirge, and Dirge was the one that looked separate. 'Cause
Okay,
it was,
so I forgot Ramjet.
no, it was because the
Probably because
original
I'm thinking
three,
Ramjet is the same
Starscream,
as.
Thundercracker, and Skywarp. Those were the original three. Then Ramjet and Dirge and Thrust were introduced, and that put them up to 6.
Okay, the only ones I remember is the red, the blue, and the purple, and Starscream.
So, okay, so Starscream.
So I don't know where the other two, and I don't count anything that does a Constructicon type thing. So
What the hell are you talking about? No, these are all.
I know. I'm
Jetsons.
just saying. I know. I'm just saying. I don't count anything that does a Constructicon because those came later. There was a couple other planes that can do. They turned into some Constructicon.
No,
thing.
that was the Autobots, and that's the aerial bots.
No, there was a Decepticon version too because I had the toys. That's how I know there was a Skepticon version. I had 1 or 2 toys. And they connected to make something. I don't know. Because I was surprised when I saw the Decepticon symbol on them, and I was like, and it wasn't like our old school toys. It was way later when they started making the little ones out of plastic. You remember those? They were like half the size of the ones we had as kids, except they were made completely out of plastic.
Yep, no more die-cast metal.
Yeah, it was when they started making them like that, and they cut them in half. Because they turned them into plastic, and then they started cutting them in half of the size, and I was just like, why would any kid want this?
Because the plastic that big broke easily.
But that's what made them cool when they were that big. I was like, why would any kid want this little one? Especially if they still had the old plastic one. You got this tall Optimus Prime, like this little jet. It's like, what? That doesn't match, sir. You had to combine the jets to make them the size of Optimus Prime.
That's foul. Come on, Constructicons merge and become Devastator. You still little.
They did that too. That was the other thing too. They shrunk Devastator. When they made them all out of plastic, they shrunk him too. I saw these. I was like, wow, these poor kids.
Yeah, because because thinking about it, like the die-cast metal frames were like all the way up. Because I remember I had Cyclonus as a target master, and the main body was still metal.
Yeah, like the original, they were at least 10 inches tall. At least 10 inches. And they cut them down to 4 and 5. Oh.
Yeah. Well, because it was bad enough that they were more popular than the GoBots, but they had to be bigger than GoBots too. Like, come on now.
Did you watch? I'm gonna end this after this, but did you watch the Toys That Made Us when they talked about the Transformers?
No, I did not. Because
the GoBots was stolen from who did the Transformers? Mattel? Or was it Hasbro?
Hasbro.
Okay, so what happened was Mattel wanted to find out what Hasbro, so they literally sent a spy over there to find out what they were making. And they were like, and then when they found out, they were like, okay, we're gonna do it too. And they were like, and Hasbro was like, oh, that's fine as long as it doesn't come out before ours. And they pushed the launch of this before this. That's why the GoBots was so cheap. That's why they look like crap, because they wanted to beat Mattel. They wanted to beat Hasbro to the punch. That's why the GoBots didn't last.
Well, I hate to tell you, I'm like, outside of toy design, storyboard, your whole cartoon, I'm like, GoBots, the only thing I could almost remember is some of the ridiculous names, like the bad guy, Psykill. I'm like, whoa.
All I remember is the main characters, because they had the simplest names and they were the stupidest looking transformations ever. They were just like awful. It was Leader One. Actually, I don't even remember all their names. Leader One. I remember what they all looked like though. Leader One was the plane. It was a
Yep.
Tomcat.
Yep. Yep.
You had the motorcycle guy was the main villain. The black car
Sidekill.
was the female. What'd you say his name was?
Sidekill.
Oh, that was Sidekill.
Yep.
You had the Evil In one, which was a black car. I forgot the last one of the main villains, and he was the muscle bound one. Basically, they.
No. He was the blue helicopter, and his name was Coptor. Or thank you, Robot Chicken. Gyro Robo.
What was the girl's name? The black car. What was her name?
I have no idea. I remember the character, don't remember her name. The only other name I know was the Vespa Bumblebee character, because it was a scooter, and his name was Scooter.
Yeah, Scooter. Scooter.
And I'm like, thank you, lack of imagination.
And what was the last one on the good guys?
Wasn't he like a red car or a van or something?
Yes, he was. He was a red car. He was a red Ferrari. I forgot his name. He was a red Ferrari. I had that stupid thing.
Because you thought it was Red Alert. It was like,
nope. My parents bought it for me. I was so upset because it was a
You like,
GoBot
this ain't
and not a
Sideswipe.
Transformer.
Yep, you threw it at the wall. You was like, this ain't Sideswipe.
No, I didn't throw it at the wall, but I never played with it. I never said it. I was upset. They didn't know the difference, and I did.
Are you kidding?
They thought they would get me. They actually thought they would get me a Transformer. They really did, and it was a GoBot.
No, see what kind of look at you. That pure streak in you. It's such a blockage. Do you know the hours of fun you could have had as a kid by having this GoBot trying to infiltrate your game of war with Transformers and having both sides come together to kick his butt? Opportunities lost, man.
Yeah, it wasn't an opportunity lost. I was just upset that it wasn't a Transformer because I had Transformers and I knew the difference, but they just thought it was a smaller version of a Transformer. I don't. That's how parents think back then, man. You thought it had a different name. They just thought it was a smaller version of a Transformer.
Man, listen, like I ran to a YouTube channel dedicated to bootleg toys. They ain't what parents thought at the time. These things sell one way or another. They ain't got the money. Parents don't know the difference. Knockoff stuff still rock to this day. And I'm like, there has to be a market for it. And they were showing all these knockoff Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was rolling.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Back to the GoBots. You know what? Did you notice that the three main villains are General Zod and his crew? You didn't even realize that, did you?
No, because that's dumb.
You got Zod, a cyber kill, the female who was the loudmouth and the badass, and then the dumb guy, the big dumb stupid one. That's where they got the idea. I'm telling you.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, when you took the good guys, that actually was almost carbon copy of
that was carbon copy.
The Autobot, like personality-wise. Scooter was Bumblebee. They always played and got in trouble with the kids. Leader One was altruistic, good guy. And then I think the Red Ferrari, I don't remember, but I believe was the hothead. And I'm like, all that shine.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
he was. Yeah, I remember they made him like Johnny Storm.
Well, see, and yeah, like you way better on you than me. I wasn't doing that.
I didn't remember until you did it, and I started thinking about when he was. I just had a flashback of when he starts talking, and I'm like, oh yeah, they made him like Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four. That's right.
Lord. But anyway,
And Leader One was like Leonardo from Ninja Turtles, and Scooter was just. Just
But anyway,
I don't know what the fuck
it's been
it
fun.
is. Yeah, I think this is time. I'll see if this comes out good or not, and if it's good, if there's no feedback, I will actually put this up as a pilot.
Oh boy.
Anything you need to plug?
Hey, yep, yeah. Hey, you have to put it up. You got a shameless plug for your taco truck.
That's true. And it might get some more in future episodes. Keep getting these good meals.
Yep.
Because you know if it falls off.
And plug your YouTube channel and plug the Pringles channel.
Oh yeah, don't forget to watch the stuff on Don Perignon on YouTube. Cinemastrophe. That's spelled Cinemastrophe. Cinemastrophe.
Even Rex on it.
I did that. I'm high and drunk. All right. Thanks for joining us on the Cocktail Hour. Check out all my stuff on YouTube channel on Cinemastrophe as I just spelled it out for you. Or you can look up Don Perignon and Cinemastrophe Don Perignon and it'll pop up. Everything is labeled there in playlists except for the new Marvel game, which I haven't gotten around to. But by the time this comes out, I'll probably already have a section for that. So you don't have to sit there and go through everything. You can just go through seasons of the show, playlists for particular stuff that you want to watch. Fortnite, Dead by Daylight. What else did we play? 7 Days to Die. Marvel, like I said. You know, it's all laid out for you nice and even. Yeah, I think that's it for tonight.
Chill. Oh, sorry.
I need a soundboard. That's my next investment, a soundboard.
Oh boy. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes and a soundboard.
And a soundboard.
See you after Vegas.
Definitely, I will definitely be back after Vegas. Good night, everybody. Say good night, Jay.
Huh?
You're supposed to say good night, Jay.
Nah.
Comedy gold. Comedy
Don't pay
gold.
me enough for this.